Hey guys, Paul here with Patek. Check it out, MovMax Blade Arm, Osmo Pocket 3. If you're doing car rollers or anything to do with car shooting, you want smooth footage, this is the tool for you, my friends. In this video, I'm going to give you lots of examples of how you can use this, different mounting locations on your vehicle, different types of shots that you can get. So with no further ado, let's jump in and get to it. Okay, YouTube, so what comes in the box with your MovMax Blade Arm? As you can see, it's quite a nice box, you know, sturdy packaging, looks good, that's great. There's some nice foam in here to protect this thing during delivery. Can't ask for more than that, so yeah. You also get a QR code to scan for your installation guide. There's a nice felt bag that you can put this thing in once you've taken it out of the box, which is nice. Put that out of the way. And then of course on the bottom here you get a protector for your suction cup, which is good. One of the first things I notice about this thing is that the lobes to release the suction pressure are quite a bit larger than other suction mounts that I have, like the Ulanzi and the Niwer, and that's much appreciated for sure. But then, you know, the overall operation of it is basically just pump this thing up until the red line is not visible. Get this out of the way, and you know, now you're all set to go. You've got two adjustments, one on the back, one on the front, and ideally what you want to do, you're just going to put your Pocket 3 on here. So let's do that now. I'll give you a quick demo here. Here's my Pocket 3. We'll get this on and tighten it up like so. And you want to have this thing level. So if I had it on the front of my vehicle, you know, extending out, if I'm going to go down the trail like you're going to see later in the video, I'd probably set this to right about here. And then depending on whether you're going to add the battery, the extra battery for the Pocket 3, you're going to take off one of the weights here so that the thing is balanced perfectly. But you want to give it, you just want to make sure that you've got the maximum amount of travel here so the thing's not bottoming out. And they've given us some nice arms that ratchet so you can pull these out and move them right out of the way, so there's no way this thing is going to hit. And then the same thing for the lever on the back. So far I'm quite impressed with this thing. I wasn't expecting it to be quite as heavy duty or as well thought out, so it looks like the people that make this thing have done a really good job on it. This is definitely, you know, all precision machining. So, you know, as far as what you're going to get in the box, so far so good. I would say 9 out of 10, and yeah, let's get into the testing of this thing. Okay, so let's take a second and talk about the installation of this thing. The MovMax Blade Arm couldn't be any easier to install or remove from your vehicle. I mean, basically you've got two fairly heavy tabs or lugs on here. Just squeeze them and that releases the suction. To get the vehicle or to get the MovMax to adhere, just press this thing, build up the suction. And you want to build up enough suction until that red line is gone. You don't want to see the red line. And then once it's installed, that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, I see a lot of guys doing rollers without some kind of safety harness on this thing, and I've done it too. You know, I'm guilty of it. But I would highly recommend you use a piece of parachute cord and secure this somehow, you know, just to be safe to your fellow drivers on the road, because you get out on the highway and one of these things comes off and, you know, 5-0 sees you, it's not going to be a good situation. But that's how you install it. Now let's talk a second about, you know, balancing this puppy. When I first got it, I found it a little bit awkward to you know, get it oriented to so that it's level. But once you play with it a little bit, it just comes pretty naturally. And then depending on how you're going to use the Pocket 3, if you're going to have the extra battery on here, you've got a couple of weights that this just unscrews, and you can take the weights, put them on and off to balance it. And so, you know, if you see here, I mean, it's so easy to use. I think that's one of the great joys about this product, and it's super well made. I've had great success with it so far, and I think you guys will too. Okay guys, so we're going to have some fun now. We got the blade arm on the front hood of the vehicle. I've got the GoPro out there to monitor the activity. Let's start up our trusty steed here. Put it in drive and away we go. Once again, we're tackling the not so famous Hogsback Road, but it's a perfect example of cottage road. Looks like the blade arm is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Sucking up the bumps and keeping our footage nice and smooth. I'm doing about 25 kilometers per. Slowed down to about 15 kilometers an hour right now. Just crawling up the hill here. And it appears once again we've lived to tell the tale. Okay, so now we can take this beast out on the regular road and see what it'll do at some speed. This is about 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour for those of you south of the border. And the MovMax seems to be doing exactly what it was designed to do, I have to say. As long as it doesn't come off, I'll be a very happy guy. Okay, so this is what it looks like through the windshield. I know you're not probably not going to see much because of the glare and the bright sunshine today, but it's quite a handy little tool, I have to say. Okay, test number 327. Let's give it a shot. So far, so good. I'm going to try one other little thing here and just see. Okay, now we're going to run her down Hogsback Road again. So I got the side glass down, as you saw. This is a little more tricky. I've got to stay to the right so that there's a branch sticking out. It's not going to wipe this thing off the side of my vehicle. Okay, so I think I know how they filmed that Smokey and the Bandit segment where Burt Reynolds is crawling along in the Trans Am. Something like this. Do I look like Burt Reynolds? Okay, enough with the tomfoolery. Let's take this thing back up Hogsback here. Okay guys, so let's wrap this up. I think Vaxis, the company that makes the MovMax Blade Arm, has done a phenomenal job with this piece of gear. And if you're like me or thinking about doing car rollers, this is an invaluable piece of gear. You're going to get tons of use out of it. You've got some adjustment here. You got adjustment on the spring for fine tuning. I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple to use. Easy to just take a piece of paracord and wrap it through the base here, and then use that as your, your backup safety net, so to speak. But I love this thing, and the more that I have it, the more I'm going to use it. I'm really looking forward to doing some serious car roller videos as I go forward. My wife just got a new vehicle. I have a new vehicle, so we're going to put this thing to good use. So if you found this video useful, and I tried to give you as many examples as I can think of, going down rough roads, having it on different parts of the vehicle. If you found the video useful, please hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell for me. I really appreciate all your comments. The channel seems to be blowing up a little bit over the last year, and I've got you guys to thank for that. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.